I swear to God, I was like now offended him, and he stayed offended for like 20 minutes.
A good
It's just good old ragging.
A good icebreaker. The way you interact with everyone, still even here, is admirable and aspirational.
I just have a different perfume for every character.
If you could like run a country for 24 hours, let's say, what would be your first official move?
What a job.
Yeah, no thank you.
I'm really happy making movies. Thank you. Please leave me in my lane.
Hey, Brut, what's up? This is Priyanka, Chopra, Jonas. I'm John Cena.
So first I wanted to know, how was your first day filming together? How was the chemistry? Like, how was it?
Hilarious. I'll tell you what my first day was. I walked in. I've known Idris socially before. We'd never worked together. I'd never met John. And our first scene was the train sequence where where he's sleeping and Idris and I have a conversation. And so I went in like wanting to break the ice. This is a comedy. I want to be friends with everyone. It's great. And because I knew Idris, I came in hot. Like, I'm going to make a joke, like I don't see John or whatever. And Idris just looked, my hand went, like, imagine the scene, okay? My hand goes up in slow motion to go. And Idris goes, no, he hates that. Don't do it. And I swear to God, I was like now offended him. And he stayed offended for like 20 minutes. Then I realized he was joking.
It was just having fun. A good icebreaker.
Just good old ragging.
A good icebreaker. To show that we take nothing serious.
Okay. Then the chemistry was good.
Yeah,
Everything was
so
I
fine.
would
fun
say
after
honestly
that.
from that moment
Yeah.
on.
It was
Yeah.
all done.
Because yes, we gave her a hard time, but then flash forward to like Idris and I giving each other a hard time. And us giving Ilya a hard time.
Collectively.
Yeah. And him giving us a hard time in his own way, yes.
Oh yeah, 2014.
Yes.
So
yes.
a lot of hard times during this
But
movie.
all in jest and all to keep
All
spirits
in
up. Yeah.
I was also wondering if you both learned from each other on sets, like, with all the fighting scenes, the career that you have. Did you learn something from each other during the shooting?
Of course.
Yeah.
Step one, poise. Your poise and candor is admirable, and professionals should take notice of how you operate. I'm kind of still new in navigating these waters, and I always fancy myself a wrestler, and I think I can learn from everyone. The way you interact with everyone, still even here, is admirable and aspirational. So your poise and candor is something I try to take with me.
Thank you. I think I was always aware of John and Idris both being like giants in their own right, figuratively and actually in their achievements as well. But coming to set, what I was most I think thrown by seeing about you is just how soft, vulnerable, and thoughtful he is. Like, from the way he would speak to a PA, to arriving on set when he was called, knowing his lines, just the professionalism of it, and understanding that everyone in the room is doing their job and respecting that. That's very admirable as a leader. And I really appreciated that.
That's very nice.
You thought we were going to be like, man, she taught me how to fight. He taught me how to fight. No, just appreciate the human respect for each other.
And you also have a lot of fighting scenes. I was wondering if you had special training for them before the shooting.
Oh, we did, just to navigate weapons and just to warm up into the fighting style. But I think we had such an incredible stunt team on this movie, and Ilya worked really, really closely with the stunt team, and they've done some amazing movies. And he was very specific about what he wanted each stunt to look like, the reactions of it. So I think I was really upheld by an incredible amount of people to do what I did.
And you also take a lot of punches. I was wondering if some of them were real. Like, did you get hurt or no? Everything was...
Once in the limo, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's, everybody gets one. Every once in a while.
I got him.
With the environment that in The Beast, the limo is very small. So the camera angles are very tight.
And we talked about this. We finished everything. Yes.
That's poor
I
kid.
clipped you.
No. The guy clipped me in the face, legit. And it's only because if the smaller the lane, the tighter the cameras, which means the closer the punch has to be. Normally, if we're shooting from behind there, as long as I get my hand here, we can have some distance, and everything is normally safe. but the Beast was like an alleyway. So
the car,
the limousine is the tighter the car, the
fight.
tighter the cameras, the closer the angle has to be.
Everyone was.
So we got in the heat of it, and I just got tagged once, but I never got tagged again.
Yes.
So.
And that guy probably cried for like 4 hours.
No, everybody was fine. I was fine.
And I also heard you got hit by a camera.
Oh, that was in another TV show. It was in Citadel.
Oh, okay.
Not this one.
Okay, not this one.
Not this one. Not Heads of State. Yes.
No, I
Can't
didn't
afford
get
that.
injured
We can't
here.
afford to hit people with cameras.
What do you think was the hardest scene to shoot for you two?
I think some of the stylistic stuff. It's all right. Just roll with it.
Stylistic shots.
Yeah, I think Ilya is so specific in the things
Yeah.
that he wants, and a lot of his stylistic shots involve scope and lots of moving parts. So I think it's those, because a lot, like, if something isn't perfect, we'd have to do it again. And man, when you see like the oneer in the train station, starting with the
Yeah.
pushing the bucket of parts and going through all it, like a shot like that where you think it just is great. It takes one take. No, it takes the one perfect take, and that's
Yeah.
the one we're going to use. It's amazing like that. Those were the toughest shots.
Definitely.
And the movie is also very, very funny. So I was wondering if you had a lot of improvisation, or if it's just the lines are already very funny and you just went with it, or did you improv a bit on set?
Most all of it was on the page.
A lot of it was on the page.
And I think the humor in this, when people say it's very funny, the good thing is we've done a lot of these interviews and global audiences are saying it's very funny. And I think that leans less into the words and more into the action. There's such a great amount of action, and your action is different than Idris's action is different than mine. I'm a little buffoonish. You are very kick-ass. Idris is a mixture of both. I think that is a universal language that people know, like, oh, he slipped in a banana peel or took a pie in the face. You just knocked someone's teeth out. He did a little bit of both. I think the action helps us drive the comedy in this one.
Yeah. And also I was wondering on set, because you're all from different countries, do you had any culture shock, or was it?
I think every day I learned a little bit more about where you're from and your origin story. I just learned something right now, which was fantastic. So
I learn American humor and language and metaphors a lot more when he drops them. I'm like,
creative necessity, as we call it. Yeah. I'm learning something every day.
Cool. That's cool. And if you could run a country for 24 hours, let's say, what would be your first official move?
Not want that job.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I'm really happy making movies. Thank you. Please leave me in my lane.
Also, I was wondering, what's one trait of your character that you wish you had in you?
What?
One trait of your character?
Of my character. Oh, our
yeah.
characters.
Sorry for the accent.
No. I wish I was as strong as her. I mean, I can't do any of those things. I hope everyone believes I can, but I can't. I think it would be cool if I could flip someone over my shoulder, or just break down a door. I'd like to do that for real once, maybe. It won't work.
I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't know.
Maybe nothing. I don't know. Maybe it's...
Yeah. I would more say that there's character traits that I don't appreciate.
Like which one?
He's very cocky. He thinks that it's his way or the highway.
Yeah. Okay.
Not open to learning from others. Stuff like that. Those are things I don't enjoy, but that's what rubs the president and the prime minister up against each other and makes for a good movie.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Also, I was wondering if you have some pre-rituals before filming, to get into your character, or...
For me, I honestly do my best to prepare as much as I can. And for me, I get away from the work. I don't look at sides. I play music sometimes or read. I try to distance myself because I do all the preparation for the day. And then for me, it's just a matter of weathering the day. Okay, today is going to be 14 hours. It's going to be 700 takes. Weather the day. Don't burn yourself out too quick, but don't ever shortchange one take, because that may be the take that they use. So those are the things that I do to prepare. Yeah.
I just have a different perfume for every character.
No, all smell great.
They all smell great. They definitely do.
Thank you so much.